Hey Budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today I'm very excited to bring a cash stuffing to you guys. I'm very sad to announce that I am very broke. We're going to talk about it in this video, but before we chat, let's go ahead and count the cash and make sure we have what we think we have. We should have a lot of ones and fives here. Should be $200, so let's go ahead and count it and make sure. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200. $200 to cash stuff today. How are you guys doing on this wonderful Monday? It's a very rainy weekend. I am happy to move forward into this new week. I have done a lot of planning and prep. I think this is going to be a successful week, both homeschooling, work, if you want to call YouTube and Etsy work. I think everything should be pretty balanced this week. So I'm excited for this week to start. Let me know in the comments how you are feeling about this week, how you are doing. I was not here at all last week. I don't know that I've ever been off of YouTube for an entire week like I was last week. Okay, I had to move that cash down or it was going to bother me. It was gonna bug me sitting way high up on the screen, but I want to say what happened to me last week, and we're going to talk about this more in another video, but I just feel like it was kind of that yearly restart that I really needed to happen. But in actuality, I did not get a lot of things done until last week. I focused on getting homeschooling together. I focused on getting my budget together behind the scenes. Like I said, we'll talk about that in another video. Let's start by cash stuffing. We're working backwards. Normally we would start with bills. This is our bills binder. Then we will work into all of our sinking funds and savings challenges, which is what this is. But because we don't have a lot to work with and I'm pretty broke right now, we're just gonna start this way and work our way towards bills. Let's chat about what's been going on. Sorry if there's stains on the desk. Jericho was drawing in here yesterday, so there's a little bit of pencil marks. We're just gonna go ahead and put $2 in this 100 envelope savings challenge just to get something put into this challenge. So where to start? Let's start with I'm broke, okay? Let's just chat about it. Let's get that out of the way because a lot of the scheduling stuff and what happened last week, like I said, we're gonna talk about that in another video. But really, I just wanted to let you guys know what is going on budget-wise. We added to, we have 50, 150, 250, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. It would have been great if I would have listened to the numbers that I was saying out loud, but I did not. 438. We have $438 in the 100 envelope savings challenge. While I'm saying that I'm broke, I should say this is the biggest amount in an envelope that we have. And luckily, even though I'm struggling a little bit with the budget and income, luckily we're not having to pull from our savings challenges right now. Now, nothing is going wrong with the business. Nothing is happening. But last year, January and February were my slowest months when it came to the business. And so I think it's just, you know, everybody spends a lot more time at the end of the year prepping their budget, getting things together. And then January and February, everybody is spending a lot less. I think you can say across the board, probably most small businesses are having their slower months in January and February. I think that's all that's happening to me. It has been a little bit slower back here. I don't think anything is necessarily wrong. Also, I have taken some steps back lately. I haven't had as many new products. I haven't been doing as much in the shop. So I think that my income from the shop is really reflecting, you know, the lack of attention that I've been giving it. I'm still at a spot where I'm really feeling okay. We're adding $11 to new clothes. So I don't want anybody to panic as far as my Etsy YouTube goes. I feel like everything is very on par. It's very where I expected it to be. However, with my personal life, y'all know I really wanted to get my food budget down this last month, and there's certainly some junk food spending and things I could have cut down on, but ultimately I put together my budget. Food-wise, I spent about the same this last month during my grocery budget challenge as I had been previously, so I spent $800 in the month of January, but I did cut down on my fast food spending. So I think prices are just going up and I need to accept that things are now more expensive. We added 11 to new clothes. We now have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. $155 towards new clothes for the boys. If I haven't mentioned it yet, all of the categories, all of the trackers and envelopes and everything you see in my videos comes from my Etsy shop. So you can find me at jordanbudgets.com and you can find my link to Etsy there, or you could just go straight to Etsy and search for Jordan Budgets and find me if you're interested in anything you see in any of these categories. Penny challenge, we're gonna go ahead and add 2 weeks worth of money for the penny challenge because we did not do the penny challenge last week. So for last week, we're gonna add $3.71, and then we're gonna add $4.20 for this week. So that's $4, $5, $6, $7, $7.91. Let me get my change. So if you are following along with me for the penny challenge, we've been doing it together. We're adding a total of $7.91. That catches us up from what we were supposed to stuff last week. So the food budget has continued to stay high, and I think I just need to accept that that is our current life. Food is now more expensive than it was before. I don't know what people in the media are now saying. How much are they saying that like inflation has affected our food budget? Because I think the reality is my food budget has increased by about 1/2. I think that I'm just going to have to accept that if we're not eating out a lot, we're about at $800 per month for groceries. Before we talk about the rest of my budget and where money is going, let's count the penny challenge. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and some change. So I think next week we will get rid of a lot of this and put it in the bank and just put a 20 and then whatever's left over. So we will kind of recalculate and play with this penny challenge. So in addition to food, guys, I have been having a lot of my yearly exams. I do have thyroid issues. I have autoimmune issues. So at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, I get a lot of blood work done. I go to a lot of specialists. I have behind the scenes been just paying for a lot of that. So whereas I expected to have kind of extra money and be able to like put more money towards my car and stuff more money and get ahead in bills in different areas. I mean, I've just had a ton of medical bills, and I'm self-pay because I'm self-employed and I can't get any kind of a affordable health insurance plan for myself. It's just a lot of my money has been going to health things. We're gonna add a couple of 5s here to happy birthday and then color in a spot. So my money has been going there, and then while a lot of my money has just been escaping me because of like health things, I did go ahead and buy the boys Valentine's Day needs. Now, of course, they don't like need anything, but they have a lot of homeschool friends. They have a class that they go to once a week. I did want to kind of splurge on some cute things for them to share with their friends. This is going to be their first full school year homeschooling, so I'm really like investing into our homeschool friends and our homeschool community. So I did spend a little bit of money there. Birthdays, this is saving for my boys' birthday parties. Their birthdays are at the end of August, start of September. So this is saving for that season of life because it will be here before I know it. We added 10, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 10, $110 to birthdays. Next, we're gonna put a little bit of money into summer camps. This is saving for summer camps for the boys. The long and short of it is that that's where the money has been going. So I didn't really have a ton of money to cash stuff last week anyway, which was part of the reason I wasn't here. I'm really in a season of life. This 5 is looking so crumply. Let's go ahead and get rid of it and, you know, hide it in this mix of bills. I'm really in a season of life where I'm just trying to survive all of the things. I know that this should not last forever. My body willing, I will not have a ton of health needs going forward. It's just a month where I'm going ahead and taking care of everything. So I shouldn't have all these random needs pop up throughout the year. It's nice to go ahead and get all these checkups too. I mean, I'm a single mom, so I want to make sure I'm taking care of myself and my body. Summer camps, we now have 50, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, $185 towards summer camps. In a couple of weeks, maybe next month. I mean, it might take us a while to get straight, but hopefully we will kind of be back on track and there won't be so many health needs for myself and so many random bills that are taking away from our cash and some of the things I would like to be putting money towards. Extra car payment, we are gonna go ahead and just put a 5 in here. No, let's go ahead and put 15. We'll go ahead and put 15 so we can color this next little spot and keep moving our coloring this way. Extra card payment, we now have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. We have $90 towards extra card payment. So anyway, I will wrap up the whole like I'm broke conversation by saying I am very thankful at least that I don't have to pull from my sinking funds. Now I'm not ahead on my bills and things like I would like to be, but it could be way worse, and I am very aware of that. Haircuts, we're not gonna put any money in. My boys need a haircut now. We will put more money in once they get that haircut, but right now this will cover a couple of haircuts for them. Insurance is actually going to be due in a couple of weeks, so let's go ahead and put a 20 here because I would love to be able to pay 6 months at once. And I think my car insurance has gotten very expensive. So we are gonna do what we can and see where we are, and we'll chat about it as that bill comes up. Insurance, 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, $205 for insurance. Let's move on to our bills binder. This is, I think, completely empty. We might have a little bit of money in, yes, we have a little bit of money in healthcare. I'm actually going to be pulling that money, and it's not gonna be enough to cover my appointment today. Y'all, I mean, we're surviving. We're surviving, okay? And I was not gone last week because I was upset about money or anything. Nothing like bad was happening. Oh, I have new pens. Where are my new pens? Oh, I wish I could remember who told me about these. One of you told me about these, and in the comment section, they are friction, like erasable pens. So what I'm going to do is I am going to like cross it out as we add the money in. Our goal for housing is $1,400 per month. Why did that take me so long to get out? But our goal is $1,400. That's why we have it highlighted. But we are just, as we add money, we're gonna cross it out. But so that I can reuse these, I'm gonna use these friction pens, which erase, right? So I'm gonna get at least a few months of use out of these cards. This is something that's new to my shop. If you haven't seen this yet, you missed the last video. But ideally, we will be a month ahead on all of these categories. And then once we're a month ahead, we will move the goal and be even more than a month ahead. So I'm excited to do this. Now, I did introduce this to my budget at a time where my budget is struggling. So we're gonna ignore the fact that all of this is empty. Ideally, we would have money sort of compounding and being able to keep some of it in. But I did just pay all of February bills. I always pay everything at the start of the month when I can. So hopefully by the end of this month, we have at least everything covering next month. Know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with housing. Like I said, normally we would put more into these categories than what we're able to do today. But we're just gonna start with $20, $30 for housing. My rent is $1,400 every single month. I am so nervous it is gonna go up too. Has anybody signed a lease lately? And like, how much did your lease go up? $1,400 is double what I was paying for the apartment this time last year. And then I moved into the house. But the apartment, to keep the apartment, they were going up a couple $100s anyway. So I did move into a bigger house that has a backyard, and I'm so nervous that my rent here is gonna go up. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. Monthly bills, like the gas for the house, the electric in the house. What other bills do I pay? Oh, internet, and my boys now have a phone watch kind of situation. So my bills total about $400. We are just going to add 20. So I just marked off that 20. I will link these pens below too. I got like maybe 12 different colors for about $10. I don't know. I got it on Amazon. I will link them below if you are interested and you want to use them in your own cash budgeting. Weekly expenses, we are going to go ahead and add $30 to weekly expenses. This includes like our groceries and our gas for the car. Our goal is $810. So let's put 20, 30. I do get comments about my products all the time and people wanting them to be laminated. I no longer laminate anything because I found that people are very split. Like half of people would be okay with things being laminated or they want things to be laminated, and half of people are very against laminated products. I personally also don't like writing on laminated products, so I think the erasable pens are kind of a great middle ground because we can erase these and use them over and over. So I'm so thankful to have read about them in the comments, but I don't laminate because a lot of my stuff stuff is professionally printed, and it would be very, very expensive. It would be like having two separate orders for me to ask for half of them to be laminated and half of them not to be. Whereas if I just don't get them laminated, then it's a discounted price because I'm buying more of them at once, if that makes sense. So for healthcare, I'm not even gonna write on this one, honestly, and I'm not even gonna add anything because a lot of our money this week is just gonna go towards paying my doctor visit and my blood work today. I actually already had blood work done. Now I need an ultrasound, so life is expensive, you guys. So I'm using other as my car note. So $400 is the goal because I do have a car note of $400 every single month. We are gonna go ahead and add 10, 20, we only have homeschooling left, so let's go ahead and add 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're gonna add $40 to car payment and go ahead and mark off 2 of those numbers. Last category is going to be homeschooling, and I know this video was kind of short and sweet, but I have pre-filmed a couple videos, at least a couple more coming to y'all later this week, so stay tuned. I won't go MIA, and in an upcoming video I am going to talk about sort of where I went, what happened, and why I wasn't around at all last week, but it was good. It was a lot of planning, a lot of getting some things together, and I'm going to share that with you guys a little bit later. Homeschooling, we are just going to add $5 to homeschooling, and hopefully we have more to add to that later, either later this week or at the start of next week. So that is it for today's cash stuffing. It is so nice to be back with you guys. Please let me know in the comments how you guys are doing this week, how your last week went, and if you have any video ideas for me, something you really want to see, please go ahead and leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you would like to see from me and what you guys are missing from me. I've started pre-recording some videos, you guys, be proud of me, but I've started to pre-record and really plan out my month. So if you have any ideas of something you would like to see this month, go ahead and let me know in the comments of this video. So that is it. As always, I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.